don't mess around and lose a good man because you're a toddler in your emotions. And practical advice that I would give to just growing in your emotional maturity, stability, right? Being grounded emotionally. It's like just as much as you fight to be cute, to be a boss chick, fight to be a peacemaker. Fight to be a person that can go in a room and stabilize it. Fight to be the nurturer that you are. You're a nurturer. And that's something that, even though I believe that we're created to be that way, it's still something you have to wake up and be intentional about. So practically going out of your way, reading those books, watching those YouTubes. I remember a moment that I had with my husband and we were in the house and I could see in his eyes, I'm like, oh, he's about to leave me. Like, he's gone. He's tired of me emasculating him. He's tired of my inability to just shut up, hear his point and not cut him off. And when I saw that look in his eyes, I said, wait a minute. It's a woman that will hop over me to get to you. Let me get this together. And so practically just literally getting up and, okay, why am I this way? Mm-hmm. Oh, I saw my mama do this. Okay, let me break this generational thing. Let me get my prayer bag. Let me start watching some YouTube, some older women that went through this. How did they navigate being able to grow in their emotions? And so practically, like, just be aggressive about your emotional maturity.
Shake weight takes your pulse.
Can someone tell me where we find the real men? I have been out on so many dates this past year with men who have told me that I'm intimidating because I'm real and honest and I know who I am. I'm confident.
Sure you are, lady. Sure you are. Guys, one of the issues that is often sidelined by single motherhood, club hopping, the loss of traditional values, and everything else is the now seemingly age-old Chad smash viability belief system women insist on bringing to every table talk in the West. Most of them wholeheartedly believe that, if they've been passed around like some kind of thermonuclear hot potato, this is enough evidence that any man with a six-figure salary would lose their left arm just to put a ring on it. Here we go, guys. Nobody is intimidated by you. They just don't want you. Y'all try to act like men, then wonder why men don't want you. Insanely true, but in this case, I don't even think a guy would do all of this and think that he was suddenly better than anyone else. They didn't tell her that, that's what she heard. It's a real illness that they all seem to catch. Guys, as soon as a woman uses the term real man, you should save yourself the hassle and just end it immediately. An actual real man response. I'm a strong woman and intimidate weak men equals I'm temperamental, uncooperative, argumentative, and you're going to go through hell if you date me. Enjoy your cats. What an amazing start, people. I'm looking forward to this one. Let's keep it going.
Ari, do women have rosters?
Yes.
Okay, break down the rosters for me.
In a relationship or out of a relationship? Because the rosters are different.
Oh,
wow. I didn't know that. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Start with the relationship roster.
Please.
Okay, so a relationship roster, right?
Yeah.
For me, I'm just going to speak from my own personal experience. Cool. I'm in a relationship. I'm in love. I'm not cheating on him. I'm going to do right by him.
Yeah.
But there may be someone in your DM that you kind of, maybe y'all send each other memes or maybe y'all like communicate with each other. It don't always have to be flirty. Mm-hmm. If anything was to happen, like that's probably the first person you're thinking about. Maybe I could finally go on a date with him. But I'm not doing it.
They always got a backup plan.
Come on, stay focused. Send a meme. It ain't just friendly.
Go ahead.
Yeah, but I'm just being honest because I don't feel like any female or any male completely cut off communication with the other sex when they're in a relationship. But I think that you can do it respectfully while you're in a relationship.
Is that acceptable for your man? Like, would you be hurt or would you consider that any type of cheating if you saw him like DMing a girl back and forth? Keep it a beat.
Memes.
I'm gonna be honest with you. If I was to see him doing that, if I actually saw it, I probably would feel away, but I wouldn't like go checking him about it or be mad about it.
But you would feel away because you know technically what it is.
It could possibly be something, but it could possibly not be something.
Okay.
Remember, fellas, if she isn't traditional, she ain't yours. For the simps that get caught up in the smashable means dateable trap, they always end up caught in a feminist fantasy draft pick. Maybe you end up on the list this year, but you probably won't be picked up again down the line. Moreover, if you're a real man, you shouldn't be on anyone's list. I'm quoting Ricky Bobby here, but in the realm of dating or anything like it, if you ain't first, you're last. Don't get swept up in the Western pastime. Stay true to masculine principles and stay focused on what matters. The comments are, sis planting them seeds, it's a dirty game, stay focused. In the end, karma will teach her, nothing else. That's cheating. Cheers, mate. Objection. Tunnel vision for my man, whether we're up or down. Having a plan B is manifesting failure in your relationship. See, even the pick-me's get it. She does not speak for me. In a relationship, moving like that is disrespectful as F. What's wrong with y'all? You might want to ask your clan, ma'am. So she's basically saying that even if she's happy with you, you still have to watch out for the snake shit? Shake my effing head. Bingo. Next clip.
Isn't that traditional? Like traditionally?
You're not a traditional woman. Are you a virgin?
No.
You're not a traditional woman. And I'm saying this, man, you women want traditional outcomes, weddings, white dresses, and you're schizophrenic, psychotic non-virgins with trust issues.
And this is the thing some men that choose to surrender and compromise don't understand. I talked about the trads and pick-me's in a recent video, making it very clear that just because they don the apron later or go to your favorite church, it's the past that really commands the rudder in any future situation. If they stayed true the entire time, which is incredibly rare, then God bless. But for the ones that haven't, aka the majority, you can't earn the trad card after the fact. It's like taking a bite out of a burger and trying to convince the guy at the register that it never happened and he should be happy to get any meal at all. Here are the top comments. Bring this man back to life. The clips keep him alive. It's why I share them. Men who want virgins aren't virgins. Men who sleep around want a woman who doesn't. They don't deserve that. Most are not willing to wait till marriage before sex, and they want a virgin. That's laughable. Tell a man you want to wait till marriage to have sex and see how fast they leave. Hypocrisy. Real men are men of God, not men that sleep around and catch STDs and different baby mamas. You aren't as valuable as you think you are. We found one. Lady, it's a simple matter of biology. Clearly you're battling shame, and that's on you. Next.
Do you believe men and women have a false sense of abundance of dating options?
Yes.
What? That was such a quick answer.
I think social media has made people feel like everybody wants to date me. Do you see how many likes I got on my picture? Do you see how many people are in my DMs? But interest doesn't necessarily mean value. Just because someone is interested in you doesn't mean they necessarily value you, or they actually want to date you. They might just want to smash you. So if we're honest about what it is, most people are getting a lot of attention, but that doesn't mean that they're getting a lot of respect. And you've really got to be able to discern the difference. And until you do that, you'll have a super inflated sense of how many people want you and desire you. And the truth is, there aren't that many people that truly value you. They think they do.
Now for some real honesty. Feminists in the East and West have a real crisis on their hands, and it all comes down to a matter of valuation. So many of these chicks, especially in the lonely fan space, hop onto podcasts and various other platforms, claiming that because they made a couple of simps drool, suddenly that means they deserve a high-quality guy. The issue with this is that they think just because they're usable, that suddenly makes them capable of being a homemaker. To find the real answer, all they would have to do is ask the market, but they refuse to do that because therein lies accountability. The comments are, a boy dates your body, a man dates your mind, a girl dates your pockets, a woman dates your heart. Nice, man. This isn't rocket science. Social media has given everybody inflated egos and reduced the display of humility on both sides. People are in a fantasy world instead of being their authentic selves. True, but one side has taken the idea and run much further into denial. I love this woman's level of thinking. She's very intelligent, very poised, reserved, and speaks intelligent facts. 97% of the time, the social media attraction is for smashing. Amen. Speaking of,
I've recently just, come to the realization that I don't like being a girlfriend. I hate it. I don't like being a girlfriend. I don't like being a girlfriend to anybody. I want somebody to be a boyfriend to me. And it's like, as bad as that sounds, that's just what it is. Like, cooking for you. I'm not washing your drawers.
Yeah.
I don't care about how you feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you just want to vibe and...
I just want to vibe. I just want to chill. We can go out on dates. We can have fun. As friends, though.
Yeah.
Nothing more.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not trying to get married no time soon.
For sure.
And that's just what it is. It's a lot always having to share yourself with someone. And right now I'm in a space where it's like, I'm so happy being alone. I wake up, I sleep by myself. I wake up every day. I sleep with my daughter. I wake up, I do what the hell I want. I ain't got to worry about who I'm affecting with my daily decisions.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Let's go with that. It always makes me laugh when a woman like this has a sit down and starts talking like this, as if she has men in line or any options at all. Lady, you're spent. That's the hard truth, but it's the truth nonetheless. Judging by your appearance and posture, the milk is already out of the fridge and on its way to the nearest landfill. The only reason chicks start talking like this is because it's a defense mechanism. If she pretends like she doesn't want any of the benefits of masculinity, then she can keep her pride for another few years until she joins the ranks of every other wall jumper crying on reels and shorts. The comments here are, yeah, she be selling the cats. Yep. As a man, all you gotta do is let him talk long enough and they'll tell you everything you need to know about him. Listening is the best way to get to the bottom of anything. The title of this video is very deceiving. All she is saying is that she doesn't want to be in a relationship right now and she just wants to date, which is what a lot of people want to do. Men included, they want to date and do the fun shit without the heavy weight of being in a relationship. And that's fine just as long as everyone understands the expectations and the one is doing more than they should. I don't get what all the rage is about. There's no rage, lady, just a broad understanding. Moving on. Ma'am, you can play Pixar music over infidelity, but that doesn't just magically nullify your horrible behavior. Nothing will. And guys, let's get real here. The woman in this clip definitely didn't catch her boyfriend cheating. She made the assumption, hopped on Reddit to get advice from a bunch of people with purple hair, and did something she's been aching to do ever since she took a break from the carousel. Again, this is the only point to focus on. Before the relationship, she was primed to defect eventually. Here are the top comments. She crying was too funny, doing the same thing. And she recorded the tears. Surprise, surprise. So you cheated, not him. And then some. It's even funnier because she calls the guy in the hot tub her, quote, new man. They never learn. So why is she crying now? He has one more stripe on his shoulder and she has one more body. Don't know how this helps her. It doesn't, man. She's following her damaged instincts. I saw another vid with the same girl in the same vid, but it said she cheated whilst in long distance. Bruh. I mean, it shouldn't surprise you that she's a repeat offender. That's almost always the case. Let's give them all a reality check.
Remember that whole thing that you were trying to say that you're single by choice?
I am.
No, you're not.
Tell me how I'm not when it's my choice to be single.
So when girls say, oh, I'm single by choice, that's not true. You're single because the man that you want doesn't necessarily want you back. And a lot of the times it's because of your choices that women make, because women don't understand that you make certain choices and you automatically alienate yourself from a portion of men that would have potentially taken you seriously had you not done that. But girls like to cope and say, oh, I have a bunch of choices, I have a bunch of options. All those guys on your Instagram, all those guys that come to your job, all those guys that talk to you, they just want to smash. They're not real candidates.
Okay, I choose to be single because I haven't found the right man yet. I choose to be single. I told you I have options.
But they're not real options.
Not to me, at least.
Again, this is a defense mechanism. It is in no way grounded in reality. It would be like if any one of us spent a decade on the couch with gout and family-sized Doritos, telling anyone who could handle the scent in the room that we could have easily been Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers because we once heard mom tell us we were a big, strong boy. These women get a few likes from simps and fellow modern women and think that they're now the Cadillac of Western chicks. Afraid to ever prove this wrong, they say that they are single by choice. The comments are, she got options for dudes to mess around with, but not options for dudes to take her seriously. The way she's going about this, I'm not even sure if the former is true. Men really hate hearing that some of us don't want them, even though we are not lesbians. Myron just refuses to believe that some of us don't need his validation. Lady, nobody on the podcast expressed any interest in this chick. They were only pointing out the obvious fact that nobody else wants her either. How can people tell people what's going on in a person's life that they're not in? He talks too much to be a man. Steven? Simp? May I call you a simp? You take shit anyway, so I'm going to roll with it. Listen, simp, he's talking about an inaccurate broad belief, not your personal feelings. Damn, this comment section was rough. Next clip.
I don't see why it would
You think
matter.
it's natural to have with lots of different people?
Oh yeah, that's where we come from, so yeah.
Wait, so do you think body count doesn't matter?
Absolutely not. Does not matter at all.
What's your body count?
I don't know. I knew you were going to ask this question. I thought about it, but I have no idea. I never
Well,
counted.
I don't need an exact number. Give us a range.
I don't know. I'd say 50 if I have to guess.
More than 100?
No, I don't think so. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Well, at least to me.
You don't care about body count.
She knew the answer, she just didn't want to share it. The comments are, women with a high body count never think it matters. Go figure. It's definitely more than 50. If body doesn't count, why should a man's income count? Over 100, I bet you see how she answered that question, high value women. It's not irrelevant. How someone seeks validation is character defining. However, the issue isn't just with women. The amount of deceptive strategies and ethical compromise men make to achieve a high count dents his soul. Lady, what are you talking about? Here's what honesty and ethics used to mean for past generations.
When I was younger and your age, was not so free and accessible. You know, women that sleep around, nobody would take them seriously or marry them or want to get into a relationship with them. Today, with and everything, women think they're doing something good because they replace value with money. They think if they have money, they have value. But what's going to happen when you get to my age, you realize that you didn't surround yourself by good men and good people that protect you. Because if a woman have a good upbringing, surrounded by a good brother, good friends, good family, she would never go to this route. She would protect herself, because the emotional and psychological damage that happened to women after they've been in a professions, it's gonna damage you so bad. So even if you make $20 million or $100 million, you can never replace your emotional and physical damage that you're doing.
I think this clarifies all the ridiculous comments earlier. Hopefully, these are a bit better. Why is this lady talking to a whole room of walls? Here we go. Common sense, but they ain't gonna listen. She cooking, but them girls ain't trying to eat what she's serving. It's going to go in one ear and out the other. She worded that perfectly. Here is the question, are they going to apply this in their daily lives or continue the same path as a result, the income receiving from the simps? We've seen one shift, and there's no clear answer as to whether or not it will stick. Next clip.
Men who travel solo, first of all, I don't trust them. I think that men are not conditioned to be by themselves. They don't know how to be by themselves. They don't know how to just have a good time on their own.
And when they can't define themselves, they try to define us. Here are the top comments. This is an example of our women not knowing a thing about men. Stupidest thing I've heard today. Lucky you. As a man, one thing you should notice about women is how much they group up and seek out friends. We're just fine alone. Better to remain silent and be thought a fool than to speak out and remove all doubt. Number 16. I know she's not talking about us, right guys? Who's alone right now and completely fine? First off, you don't know men. Secondly, never had issues traveling solo. Third, you don't trust guys that can be on their own because you can't control such men. So your red flags are called. Don't bother trying to get in a relationship till you take care of it. But here's the point. Judging by everything we've seen today, they never will. And if you made it to the end of this video, I want to say I appreciate you. So don't forget to hit that like button, drop a comment to have a chance to win, and hit that sub button for daily videos. And if you take a quick second to subscribe to the second channel, Man Guide Reacts, link is down below in the description so we can be sure that our message will keep on reaching the new men out there. I appreciate all the support, y'all.